You are now entering Crazy Joe's Galaxy. Enjoy the wild ride. You are now entering through the galaxy.
This is going to be a badass fight at UFC Fight Night 85 down in Australia, as we have Brandon O'Reilly, the Badger, versus Brahma Allen Jouban, and this one is going to be an excellent fight. Now, I always like watching Allen fight. The dude's just a monster inside that cage. Both of these guys are fun to watch, and it's going to be an excellent fight, as I was saying. Dude's a monster. So, Allen Jouban is 12-4 in his MMA professional career coming out of the U.S., and Brandon the Badger is from Australia with a 6-1-1 record. So he's got one loss and one draw. I don't see the percentages here as to his KO, TKO, submission, or decision, so I don't have any clue on that, but Allen Jouban has won 75% of his fights by KO, TKO, 8% by submission, and 17% by decision. He has the height advantage with around 3 inches, I believe, on his opponent. So Brendan the Badger. No, I'm not calling you a badger. You're a dog. I know that, and everyone else should know that, Big Dog Jimmy. That's why I call you Big Dog. Because you are a big dog. And your name is Jimmy. So, Brendan the Badger, your name is not Brendan. Brandon. It sounded like you thought I just said Brenda. Brandon. He's got 1 win by KO, TKO, 2 by submission, 3 by decision. He's never been KO, TKO'd, never been submitted. He's only lost once by decision. And he lost to Lipin Zhang, in the UFC Fight Night 48. And that was a unanimous decision. He beat Vic Gillichek in the Fight Night 65 by decision. And I was going for Vic in that one, actually, but don't always get him right. Now, we go over, well, how did he get those submissions? Rear naked choke and a rear naked choke, and I don't see you getting a rear naked choke on Allen Jouban. Allen Jouban's got 8 wins by KO, TKO, 1 by submission, 3 by decision. He has lost twice by KO, TKO, and those were some brutal ass motherfucking knockouts. And he's lost twice by decision. Albert Tominov knocked him out in the first round at UFC 192, and Warley Albas won by decision. Now, he came off of a win after that and beat Filthy Walsh with a KO in the first round. He beat Matt Dwyer with a unanimous decision after that. He won his UFC debut by KO. Mike Rhodes was a guy who beat him. Who was the other guy? Some guy I don't even know how to say his name. So, anyways, he's coming off of a loss right now, and the Badger's coming off of a win. I believe this is going to be a fucking awesome fight. These guys are going to throw down, and it is going to be crazy. I think the Badger's going to try and go for a takedown, as he's got a couple submission wins, but, I think Allen Jouban is going to win this one with a TKO knockout stoppage in the second round. If he doesn't do it in the first round, I believe it'll be a second round knockout. And if he doesn't do it in the second round, he will definitely do it in the third round. Some guys, they're just so fucking tough, like Brandon the Badger, but sometimes you just got to keep on hitting them in the head and the body and the legs, and, mixing it up with your combinations, and eventually you'll end up knocking him out and stopping him. No one has ever done it before, but he's also doesn't have a lot of professional fights. He's only gotten, 7 fights, 8 fights in his career, and, and then Allen's gotten 16, so he's got a lot more experience, and then he's had an amateur background too. So I'm going with Jouban with a knockout. Big Dog Jimmy is going with Brandon the Badger with a decision. He doesn't think that Brandon will be able to knock out or submit Allen, but you think there is a possibility of it? I don't see him submitting him. You think he might be able to knock him out? Just edited out my sneezes so that way you guys wouldn't hear them. That just blow out your eardrums and speakers. So we're again at odds. Not going with the same guy once again. I don't know why Big Dog Jimmy isn't going for Alan Jouban to win this one. He's a Brahma. He is a badass dude, tough ass motherfucker. So leave me a comment down below with your opinions and thoughts. Are you going with me, or are you going with Big Dog Jimmy? You think Jouban's going to win it, or do you think that the Badger's going to win it, O'Reilly? You know what I mean? And so if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button to Crazy Joe's Galaxy. Share the video. Thanks for watching.